April 11th, 2023. You guessed it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Stay tuned to the end for a health update. We'll get you updated on what's going on with my back and things like that. I'm sure most of you heard by now the dollar's collapsing, right? What's going to happen when it collapses? Countries are jumping to the yuan. You know, it's just falling apart, right? What's going to happen? Well, how do you fix that? The only way to fix it's World War III. We all know that. The way you save your economy is go to war. And of course, they tried to save it with, what was it, stimulus checks, right? How did y'all like them? You know, that extra couple hundred or $1,000 you got, we're paying it back in inflation now. So the only step left is war. And the question is who's it going to be with? China, you know, North Korea, Russia? Is it going to be all three of them? I hope not. I've always said, and people tell me I'm crazy, China wouldn't do it, China wouldn't do this, China wouldn't do that. Guys, they could destroy us without even firing a shot. Plain and simple, they just we're not sending you nothing else, we're not exporting to you. And that would crush our economy, because whether you want to admit it or not, no matter what store you go into in America, what store is 70 to 90% Chinese made goods in that store. You hear people complain all the time about Walmart's China Mart, but I go to Lowe's, I go to Home Depot, I shop here or there. Them stores are 70 to 80 to 90% Chinese goods too. You know, I say shop where you want to. You know, the way the economy is now, anywhere you can save a dollar, right? Today we got out and I went down to Lowe's and I was walking around looking at lumber. Some of y'all know I got some Womble-4s a while back for 84 cents a piece. I bought up all of them they had at that price. Well, today they had select wood, good wood, you know. They had it 75% off, and the guy was showing it to me, and another guy from the company that I guess stocks the stores was there, you know, culling lumber. And I looked on the cart at what he was culling, and I'm like, I don't see nothing wrong with this. I was talking to the employee there, this guy I went to school with. He said, that's what they do. And I looked at it, I said, what's wrong with it? He said, I don't know, they just cull it for some reason. So I bought me 3 or 4 of them. They were $13 and just say 50 cents, and I got them for $3 and something. So Womble-6 is select, so got a good deal there. But with the dollar crashing, what's that mean for us, right? What's going to happen? Nothing for a while. They'll keep us afloat for a while, and that's just the way it is. I mean, they want the economy to crash. They want it to reboot and start over, right? Everybody will go digital dollar. And we've talked about this several times. Technically, we're 90% already at the digital dollar, right? Because most people pay their bills with credit cards. They don't even see their paycheck. It goes straight into the bank and comes straight out of when you use a card or your credit card or something like that, right? And what it means when you go to the digital dollar, them greenbacks, that change in your pocket, you don't have it no more. You know, it's all online. That's what's going to happen. They want to do this, but it's not going to happen overnight. They've got to slowly crash the economy. Well, I've told you before, I believe we're going to firmly be in this war before the end of the year. You got people scared to death that China's going to invade us. They're going to do this or do that. They don't have to. China does not have to do that. China could just quit trading with us. And people, you crazy, they won't do that. That'll hurt their economy. What happened to Russia? Put all them sanctions on them. It's supposed to just destroy their economy, right? You know, their stock market did exactly like ours are doing. A lot of people don't want to hear that. You'll hear on YouTube all the time. Some of the bigger prepper channels, stock market's going to crash. Stock market's crashing. Some of y'all don't remember that back at the start of the pandemic, that thing got down to 17, right? And now when it goes from 33 to 32, the stock market's crashed. It has built-in stops. It has 2 built-in stops, and then it'll start back, and when it hits that 3rd stop, which means how much it drops in a day, they just close, right? They close down for the day, and they come back tomorrow, and they do it again. And what happens if it just keeps dropping, right? They close, just like Russia did. Russia shut down, and they waited a while, removed stuff around, and got their economy back going, right? That's how it's going to happen. So the China stuff, I'm not concerned with them invading us. I'm not concerned with them bombing us. What concerns me is they can just at any moment say, we're not going to trade with you anymore. And that would destroy our economy. Completely destroy it. They wouldn't have to fire a shot. You're talking no medicines, no nothing in your stores hardly. You hear all the time we need to get back to made in America, built in America. Yes, we do. I agree with that 100%. But you got to understand how much it would cost you to buy stuff made in America. I don't want to hear that, oh, once we got it figured out. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't go. It would be expensive because our labor rates are too high. It doesn't matter what you're buying. Our labor rates are way too high to be able to afford. An iPhone would cost you $5,000 to $8,000 probably if it was made solely in America. Your medicine, if it was made solely in America, imagine what that costs, and it's already high when it's imported, right? That's my thoughts on it, and most of you probably don't disagree with me, but that's what we do here, right? I tell you my opinions on it, and I enjoy hearing y'all's opinions on it, what y'all think about it. Not a lot of people watch my videos, so it's not a huge deal, right? But those who do watch it, thank you. All right, health update. We got our appointment moved up to the 21st of April. Today, as like I said, we was at Lowe's. We walked around. I got 3 boards. Went to Walmart. Of course, they go, don't go to China Mart. I went to Walmart. We was walking around in there, and it got bad. It hit me bad. I started noticing I was dragging my leg. I wasn't able to pick it up. It made me sick to my stomach. Started sweating like I've been doing. Still on the gabapentin. Still on my sugar medicine. I would say if we're doing a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at about an 8. And when I start doing stuff, it gets up to about a 9 or 10. Right now, we're just trying to get through and get to this surgeon and go from there. That's what we're trying to do. So I appreciate all the recommendations of the stretching, the tension. We have all that stuff here. We've tried it. We're trying it. But right now, the doctors told me you got to be real careful. One move, it could get real bad on you real quick. They're talking about possibly, paralyzing me at my legs. That's how bad it is. And unfortunately, we all know you can't just lay around in the bed all day. You can't do it. Number one, when you're hurting, you can't get comfortable. You can't, like sitting here right now. I don't know if you can tell, I'm starting to sweat from sitting here. There's stuff that's got to be done. Like yesterday, I walked the dog a little bit, and just walking him and him jerking on that leash a little bit, it aggravated it pretty bad. But there's just stuff you got to do that you can't lay around and not do, right? It's not going to get done if you don't do it type situation. But that's where we're at. I'm not putting a lot of videos up because honestly, I'm still dealing with some head issues and, the depression and things like that about, it's a lot to take in right now with what's going on with me. And, we're doing the best we can with it. It's just not no fun. It's aggravating. It's frustrating because I'm still confused when my doctor sat there and actually read the MRI report to me, and he looked at me and was like, what did they send you home for? Why were you not in surgery? It's frustrating, guys. I'm not one of these that want them to jump in and start cutting on me, but we've tried everything that we can do here. Physical therapy, we've tried stretching, we've tried resting, we've tried everything you can think of. We've tried over the years with my back, and it's just progressively getting worse. I don't want to be paralyzed. I don't. That's something I don't want to be. But because that really affects your prepping if you stop and think about it. But I'm thankful that we have our preps right now. We're not struggling or anything like that, so that's good. But we'll know more the 21st. I will try to get more videos up. When your head's messed up and you got all these things going on with your health and everything, and you're thinking about the future, you're thinking about today, you're thinking about tomorrow, it gets overwhelming at times, and you kind of just want to sit back and think about it. The videos about my grandparents, I'm still going to do them. I just haven't decided the best way to do them because my grandpa, there's a lot to talk about. I may break that one up in a couple of different videos, like maybe do when he was younger, and then do when he was in World War II, and then when he came out, that kind of stuff. It might be easier to do videos like that on them because there's so much stuff there stories I could tell you about them. People that personally know me knew my grandfather, and they always said good things about him, and they know what I'm talking about. I'd have to break it up a lot to tell the stories, but we'll get them out. that's something I want to do before I go to the doctor. I want to get them stories out that I've been trying to tell y'all about. But if you're still watching, hit the subscribe button. Thank you everyone who has commented, who's emailed me, who's messaged me and checked on me. You know, I'm still here. I don't feel good, but I'm still here. We're pushing to get through to the 21st. We're calling weekly to try to get the appointment moved up. We got it moved from the 28th to the 21st. We'll call again probably tomorrow or maybe Thursday and see if they've got something sooner. So if you're still watching, hit the subscribe button. Keep prepping, guys. Keep prepping. That's the main thing right now, is keep prepping. Always keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times, because at that moment you're the only person that can do it. Stay safe, get prepped up, and thank every one of you who has been asking questions and commenting on videos, wanting to know what's going on and giving me advice. I appreciate it. I hope this video gets seen by y'all. Stay safe, get prepped up.